Hello students, in the last lecture we have studied allotropes of group 13, 14 and 15 elements. So carbon, silicon as well as the nitrogen, phosphorus shows the allotropy. In detail, allotropes of carbon and phosphorus in the last lecture we have studied. Phosphorus has two allotropes, that is mainly two allotropes, red phosphorus and white or yellow phosphorus, as well as third one allotrope, that is black phosphorus, is also there. Their structures, properties, difference in properties of red phosphorus and yellow phosphorus also in the last lecture we have studied. Today we have to study molecular structures of some important compounds of group 13, 14 and 15 elements. That is, molecular structures means structures of the molecules of some important compounds of 13th, 14th and 15th group elements. So that we have to study. So see, first one, that is boron trichloride. Boron trichloride have formula BCl3, that is boron trichloride. In boron trichloride, boron undergoes sp2 hybridization. Boron undergoes sp2 hybridization. In boron, there is one p orbital is vacant. One p orbital is vacant because it undergoes sp2 hybridization, limited hybridization. In the formation of boron, 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals of boron overlaps coaxially with the p orbital, that is the p orbital, half-filled p orbitals of 3 chlorine, forming 3 single covalent bond. And here one point you have to remember, that boron trichloride BCl3 is incomplete octet compound. So octet of boron, which is central atom in BCl3, that octet of boron is not completed. It has one incomplete, two electrons are less to complete the octet. So there are 6 electrons in its outermost shell of the boron. So that is nothing but the boron C structure of boron. Boron is present at the center, 3 chlorine atom present at 3 corners, making a triangle. So it has triangular, trigonal or triangular planar structure. Trigonal or triangular planar structure, that is nothing but BCl3. So its structure, bond angle between this chlorine, boron, chlorine is 120 degree. Bond angle between the chlorine, boron, chlorine is 120 degree. That is nothing but molecular structure of BCl3. So you don't forget that in BCl3, central boron atom undergoes sp2 hybridization. Its 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals of boron overlaps with 3 chlorine atom, forming 3 single covalent bond. As central boron undergoes sp2 hybridization, Geometry of BCl3 is triangular planar structure or trigonal planar structure. Angle between chlorine, boron, chlorine is 120 degree, and BCl3 is incomplete octet compound because there are 6 electrons present in last cell of boron in BCl3. Its octet is not completed. That is nothing but the molecular structure of boron trichloride. Now second one compound of 13th group element, that is the compound of aluminium. Okay, this aluminium chloride, it is aluminium chloride AlCl3. In this aluminium chloride also, aluminium atom in AlCl3 undergoes sp2 hybridization. But what happens? AlCl3 forms dimer. AlCl3 forms dimer through chlorine atom. Dimer means what? 2 units of that substance, 2 units of that compound unites together, combines together and form one unit. So that is 2 units of AlCl3 combines and form dimer. Vacant p orbital of aluminium can overlaps with the orbital of chlorine, which contains lone pair of electron, and it forms coordinate bond. The bond which is formed by one-sided sharing of electron by lone pair of electron. So that bond is the coordinate bond, and here there is formation of coordinate bond. You see, this is AlCl3 and second unit AlCl3. Okay, so this bond is coordinate bond. What happens? The vacant p orbital of this chlorine overlaps with the lone pair orbital of chlorine containing lone pair of electron, and that bond form, or here shown by arrow, means this chlorine gives lone pair of electron to aluminium. This chlorine gives lone pair of electron to this aluminium and form coordinate bond. Okay, and this is the dimer of AlCl3. That is 2 units of AlCl3 combines together, unites together, and they form what? That is the one dimer. So that is the structure or molecular structure of aluminium chloride. Okay. Now third one compound is orthoboric acid. It is simply called as boric acid. It is what? That is the boric acid. It is very weak acidic in nature, in which what? That is the one boron atom is attached to 3 hydroxyl group H3BO3. One boron atom is attached to 3 hydroxyl group, 3 OH group. But what happens? Due to presence of this 3 OH group, there is formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding between the OH group of one molecule and OH group of another one molecule. So here you see this structure: boron, OH, OH and OH. Okay, this hydrogen atom of one OH group of one boric acid molecule get attracted towards the oxygen atom of another one molecule, OH group of another molecule. So here you see this OH group, this hydrogen atom of this one molecule get attracted towards the oxygen atom of another one molecule and in this way many molecules of this boric acid, many molecules of H3BO3 boric acid unites together in its solid state. many molecules of boric acid unites together. This is the molecular structure of boric acid, that is many molecule of H3BO3 molecule are unite together, are hold together by intermolecular hydrogen bonding. And one point here you have to remember that boric acid is used as a mild antiseptic. Eye lotions, eye drops contains the boric acid because it is very weak acidic in nature and it acts as a antiseptic, very weak antiseptic. Okay, so mild antiseptic, that is the structure of boric acid. Now you see next one, that is the diborane. Diborane, borane has formula, borane has formula BH3 and therefore diborane means 2 units of BH3, borane combines together, unites together, and there is formation of B2H6, formation of B2H6, that is the diborane. You see in this diborane, similarly each boron atom undergoes sp2 hybridization. So here one vacant orbital is there. So here what happens, BH3 and BH3. But what happens, 2 unit of this BH3 are held together by this bond. This dotted means vacant orbital of this boron, vacant orbital of this boron. It overlaps with this hydrogen s orbital and it also overlaps with the hydrogen s orbital. So here this bond form, that bond is called as banana bond. It is called as what? That is the banana bond. Means here there is what? That is the 3 electron bond. It is what? That is the 3 electron 2 electron bond is there. 3 electron 2 electron bond is there. Means here electron, 1 electron of boron, 1 electron of hydrogen and 1 electron of what? That is this boron. So here 3 electrons are there, 3 electron 2 electron bond is there. This bond form is called as the banana bond. It is known as the banana bond, and by that banana bond formation 2 units of borane combines together, unites together, and that forms what? That is the diborane. Diborane is formed, diborane have this structure. So this is orbital overlaps, it is the orbital overlaps in diborane. This is the molecular structure of diborane showing the banana bond between these 2 boron, here 1 hydrogen, between these 2 boron has 1 hydrogen, it looks like the banana, so it is known as the banana bond. And see actual structure and parameters. This is boron, this is the triangular geometry, it has also what? That is the triangular geometry. This bond length is 134 picometer, means in banana bond hydrogen which get attracted towards the another boron, that bond length is 134 picometer, and actual which has regular BH bond 119 picometer, it is 119 picometer, means this bond is weak, this bond is weak, this bond is weak. One more point here, hydrogen boron hydrogen of another molecule of BH3, angle is 97 degree, and in the same it is 120 degree because here this bond angle 120 degree, this bond angle 120 degree, this bond angle 120 degree, this also 120 degree because it has regular triangular planar structure, triangular planar structure. So that is nothing but the diborane and its structure. So you don't forget, in diborane there is one 3 electron 2 electron bond is there, 2 center 2 electron is there, 2 center 2 electrons are there, and 3 electron 2 electron bond is called as the banana bond, that is structure of diborane. Now see one more compound and its structure, molecular structure, we have to study silicon dioxide. Silicon dioxide is commonly known as silica, means sand, reti. that is nothing but the silica or silicon dioxide. In this silicon dioxide, each silicon undergoes sp3 hybridization, so it has tetrahedral structure. It has tetrahedral structure, tetrahedral geometry. One more thing, one more point here you have to remember that in this what it forms a network solid. It forms a network solid. Network solid, or it is covalent solid. This is covalent solid and it is very hard. This is covalent solid and it is very hard. It has very high melting point. That is structure. You see, first of all, structure. Here you see silicon. Here what is here? Oxygen. Here also oxygen. Oxygen and oxygen. So in this way, each silicon atom is attached to here 4 oxygen atom. But you see in formula we have taken 2 oxygen atom. Why? Because in this network, giant structure, giant solid, network solid, when we distribute the oxygen atom to each silicon, then it will get only 2. Here you see in this way. Here is like this. Here what, that is the like this. So SiO2, SiO2, SiO2. Therefore, the molecular formula of silica is SiO2, but actually it forms a network covalent solid. So covalent solids are the network solid which does not ends. It has giant structure. Covalent solids have strong covalent bonds between them. That atoms, silicon and oxygen atoms have strong covalent bonding, and due to that strong covalent bonding, it has very high melting point. Its melting point is very high. That is, these some important forms of the silica. Quartz is the purest form of silica. Crystalloid and tridymite are different crystalline forms of silica, and they are interconvertible at a suitable temperature. Means one form can be converted into another form at a suitable temperature. So that is nothing but about what, that is the silica. It is mainly, major part of silica is used in the construction of the buildings, road construction, bridges. So in the construction there is use of what, that is the silica. This is nothing but the molecular structure of silica. You remember, it has network solid. It has network solid. Now see another one, compound and its molecular structure. Here we have to study another one, compound and its molecular structure. We have to study. See, nitric acid. It is the compound of nitrogen. Nitric acid, compound of nitrogen. Next one, nitric acid. Nitric acid. Formula of nitric acid is HNO3. Formula of nitric acid is HNO3. It is what, that is the mineral acid. It is a mineral acid of nitrogen. It is strong oxidizing agent. It is strong oxidizing agent. Here see the structure, molecular structure of this compound, that is nitrogen present at the center. Here oxygen atom, here oxygen atom, here 3 lone pairs of electron. Formal charge on this nitrogen is plus, and the formal charge on this oxygen is minus. So overall this compound or this molecule is neutral. Now it forms resonating structure, resonance like this. It gives electron pair here. This gives electron pair to the oxygen atom, and it forms this structure. Here oxygen, nitrogen, Now negative charge on this oxygen atom and positive charge on nitrogen. This is nothing but the resonating structure, resonance of nitric acid. That is nothing but the structure of nitric acid. So in this nitric acid, what that is this bond angle is 120 degree. It is what that is the 130 degree. It is 120 degree and it is 130 degree. So and this bond length is 140 picometer. This bond length is 140 picometer. The bond length between oxygen and nitrogen is 96 picometer. 96 picometer. It is the molecular structure of nitric acid. Nitric acid have formula HNO3. Its nitrogen atom is present at the center. Then what it is a monobasic acid. It is strong oxidizing agent. It is monobasic acid. In this way it forms this resonating structure or resonance due to presence of double bond and lone pair of electron adjacent. That is nothing but the parameter. This bond angle is 130. This bond angle is what that is the 120 degree, and bond length between oxygen and hydrogen is 96, while nitrogen and oxygen is 140 picometer. Bond length between nitrogen and other oxygen atom is same because of the resonating structure. And one more and last compound here we have to study. It is orthophosphoric acid. Orthophosphoric acid. Formula, molecular formula of orthophosphoric acid is H3PO4. Molecular formula of orthophosphoric acid is H3PO4. That is nothing but the orthophosphoric acid. So phosphoric acid or phosphorus have number of the oxy acids. But one of these important forms of that oxy acid is orthophosphoric acid. Okay, this orthophosphoric acid is strong ionic mineral acid. It is a strong ionic mineral acid. Strong ionic mineral acid. Tribasic acid. Tribasic acid means it gives 3H plus ions when it undergoes the ionization. When it undergoes ionization, it forms 3H plus ion. So that is nothing but the tribasic acid. Now we have to study the central phosphorus atom is what, that is the tetrahedral. Central phosphorus atom is tetrahedral, means it forms 4 bonds. Tetrahedral, I form in tetrahedral geometry. Here see phosphorus, here double bond oxygen, then here one oxygen atom and here hydrogen OH, then one more oxygen atom and this hydrogen atom, and here this is the bond present below to the plane. It is present below to plane. This is present for, that is the below to plane. This is one OH group is present here also. One OH group. It is the structure of phosphoric acid. It is the structure of phosphoric acid. So you don't forget, phosphorus atom in phosphoric acid is tetrahedral. Here one oxygen double bond is there. It has tetrahedral structure 1, 2, 3, 4, means phosphorus is present at the center and 4 oxygen present at the 4 corner, making a regular tetrahedron. That is nothing but the tetrahedron. 3 OH groups are there, 3 OH bonds are there. It is a strong mineral acid. This is a strong mineral acid and it is one of the oxy acid of phosphorus. So these are some important compounds of group 13, 14, 15 element and their molecular structures. In the next lecture, we will study about the properties of some important compounds of group 13, 14 and 15 elements.